Good afternoon, everybody. Colin here with Techout, and we are going to be unboxing the iPhone Air. Super excited about this. This is the first kind of new iPhone in terms of like design and everything like that. Obviously, I've had every basically new iPhone, but this is the first time I haven't gone pro in a while. So I've got it right here. We're going to also be checking out some of the accessories. We're going to be installing the ESR Armorite screen protector. I've got that. I've got the iPhone Air MagSafe battery, and I've got the iPhone Air bumper. I do have some other cases coming as well that are not here yet, so I will be we'll be checking out those later on. So make sure you stay tuned for those. But here is the start of the show. We have the iPhone Air upside down. We have the iPhone Air right here. So we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at that. Very excited for the new form factor. I'm going to get my screen protector ready so I can get it all installed and get the screen protector all installed and stuff like that ready to go before I get any smudges or fingerprints on the screen. So we're gonna take a look at this. I really like these screen protectors. They're super easy to put on. You guys will see it here in a second. Where is my have the trusty unboxing knife? There is a link to these in the description with a discount code if anybody is interested. But I really like these. I have a little mini one like this, and I also have a larger one as well. And I'm going to throw the link real quick to this in the description if anybody's interested in picking any of this stuff up. I'm going to do it right here live on stream before I forget. I also did order, I've got a speaking case coming. I've got an OtterBox Defender coming. Everybody always wants to see those, and I think that'd be kind of interesting to see what it looks like on the Air. And I also have the Apple MagSafe case coming in shadow. So it's kind of like a frosted charcoal like black, which is pretty cool because most times the Apple ones are just clear. So I've got those coming, and I'll do some videos on those as well. But I'm going to throw the ESR screen protectors in the link real quick, or in the description. All right, that should be updated there for you guys. We're going to take these out of the box. Like I said, I want to get these ready to go. So they're ready to put on. Shouldn't need the cleaning stuff because it's coming straight out of the box. This is a 3-pack, so you do get 2 additional ones right here. We're going to put those off to the side, and then I'm going to slide the paper off because obviously you don't want that on your phone. All right, so there is that, and now we are going to unbox the iPhone Air right here. It's going to cover up some of the barcodes, and zoom out just a little bit. Go ahead and get the pull tabs off. I think you can still order these, pick them up at Apple stores. Most Apple stores still have them in stock for release date delivery, but here is the exciting moment right here. So move that stuff out of the way. All right, you guys know I had the S25 Edge. This is a little bit thinner than the S25 Edge, so here we go. This is going to be the first time picking this up. Wow, that is thin. I remember when they made the iPad Pro thinner, and that was like, just amazing that it was that thin. I think this is even thinner. It's got that polished titanium, so it's not as slick in my opinion as the 16 Pro Max. So there's 16 Pro Max versus the iPhone Air. Really thin. So we'll have to see how it is performance-wise, battery-wise, everything like that. I am going to be keeping the 16 Pro Max for a while. I might end up getting the 17 Pro Max and trading that one in or something like that. But for the foreseeable future, I am going to use this as my daily driver. And I really like this already. I can't wait to use iOS 26 with liquid glass. I think that's going to feel very, very nice. So we're going to take this off. And of course, this is 120 hertz. It is the new anti-reflective display. So we'll kind of do a comparison here before I put a screen protector on. But you can see a little bit less reflection there over my 16 Pro Max. All right, without touching the screen, I'm going to go ahead and plop that guy. Plop this guy in here. All right, we're going to get that in there. I'm going to press here and going to give that a pull. And just like that, we should have a very nicely installed screen protector. So that's why I really like these ESR screen protectors, because they're super easy to put on. And that took me all of what, like 5 seconds? And we'll just get rid of that. And then you save this applicator for your other two. Oops, sorry to hit the mic. And then we're just going to go around the edges here. And there we go. It is on perfectly. No bubbles, no fuss, nothing like that. And we're all good to go. So we'll go ahead and fire this puppy up. And this is a anti-reflective screen protector as well. I mean, I have bright LED lights above my desk, so it's kind of hard to see. Kind of hard to see exactly how anti-reflective it is. I'm gonna go ahead and get my other iPhone 16 Pro Max backed up here, just so I have a fresh iCloud backup. And so it's up to date. Here we go. English, United States, default. I guess we can go ahead and do that. Let's see, set up new iPhone, continue, connecting. We're gonna scan it. Set up for me. All right, let that do its thing. And then as usual, there's nothing else in the box other than the cable, which you still do get the nice braided USB-C cable there. I'm going to set that up later because I'll have to transfer it with the app. Let me move that light. There we go. All right, and while that is doing its thing, let's take a look here. We'll take a look first at the iPhone Air bumper. And I remember the iPhone 4S bumper had a red one. Love that case because you still got the glass feel on the back of the phone. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to use the case on this though because it's so incredibly thin, and the sides just feel so premium. And for those asking, I really don't care about the camera. There only being one. It doesn't matter that much to me. Looks like we have a software update already. I believe there is a software update that came out yesterday for these to address a bug specific to the iPhone Air and Pro, I think. How do you feel the phone? You mean how do I like how the phone feels? Is that what you're asking? And this bumper is exactly like the iPhone 4S. It goes on the same way. I remember it like bringing back so many iPhone 4S vibes. Yup. Reminds me so much of my 4S. Just the sides and everything like that, and the feel. I'm glad they brought that back. So I don't know whether I'll use that or not yet, but we'll leave it on there for right now. And then next is the iPhone Air battery. One thing I don't know, and I haven't seen this online yet, is like on the regular MagSafe battery for all the other iPhones, you can plug in the phone and that will also charge the battery. I don't know if this reverse wireless charges off the phone like it does, like the other one does. And this battery will charge other devices. It's just made its size specifically to fit the iPhone Air, so it won't like magnetically attach to any of the other iPhones. It doesn't really have like the exposed magnet. It's basically all rubberized material on the back, and then here is the front right there, and then you've got your USB-C port right there. We'll check, make sure you can use it with the case, and indeed you can. I don't know if the battery is charged or not. The phone's not charging. It really doesn't add much bulk to the phone. This is kind of a comparison, you know, with the bumper and the MagSafe case on, just a little bit thicker than the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I don't think the battery's charged. So I'm going to take that off the phone and plug it in real quick. Obviously, we'll do some testing here. I'll be taking the phone to work tomorrow, so we'll do some testing here and see what we're looking like battery-wise, battery life-wise, stuff like that. And I just plugged the battery into my Anchor charger, and it's pulling about 16 watts. So it looks like it charges about 15 to 16 watts. I think if you put it on the phone, I think it'll draw about 20. But right now the phone is just doing the software update. I just had to do that before I can restore everything. I really do like how the phone feels. I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be great. Within iOS 26 Liquid Glass, I think the two are going to pair very nicely. I haven't really seen a bunch of unboxing videos for anybody today because I just got home. So I haven't seen anybody else's content on this. So that's also one thing I like to do is check out everybody else's stuff. I'm not going to set this up as new. I did redo my my iPhone 16 Pro Max when iOS 26 came out. I kind of wiped and reset up the home screen and everything like that. So we're just going to leave it how it is. Alright, we're just waiting on that update to finish. Do you guys have any tips, tricks, or anything neat that you found on the new phones? Let me know. All right, we're restarting on the update here. So it shouldn't be too big of an update. Man, one thing I'm gonna miss about the 16 Pro Max is my Clicks case. I don't use it too much, but I do like having it. So hopefully they'll come out with one for the iPhone Air. I don't think they have one right now. Don't think they have one right now. They only have one for like the 17, I think. And it looks really nice because they are, pull it up here. Yeah, they kind of cut out the side right here. So it's thinner and lighter. But they don't have anything out for the Air yet, so I only see the 17, nothing for the Pro, nothing for the Air, nothing like that. And it looks like Apple this year is using two different for countries that have the eSIM only phones. The iPhone 17 Pro Max has a 5,088 milliamp hour battery, whereas the SIM card version only has a 4,823. So the eSIM version has a larger battery. Last year on the iPhone 16 and all the iPhone 16s, it was the same across the board. The space with the SIM slot removed, the space was just wasted. But now they're using that space. Sound is very low. You should be able to hear me pretty good. Looking like I'm looking at the audio here on my screen, and it's pretty much almost up in the yellow for my audio levels. I'm just waiting on the update here to finish up, and then I can finish this setup on the phone. I have the MagSafe battery charging. Hopefully that'll display the charge in iOS like the previous one did. I'm not too sure. Can you hear me now? The mic, I have the mic pretty close. I was looking the other way from looking at the screen, but let me turn it up a little bit too. Let me know if that sounds any better. All right, here we go. Just started back up. All right, so we're gonna leave the appearance the same. It's looking for the other nearby phone again, so let me put them together. Scan the code again. I think it's just setting up the Apple ID now because it already got the Wi-Fi and everything. All right, it's basically asking for the same thing it just did before the update. All right. Okay, let me set this up real quick. Face ID scans are so quick now, you only have to do one. All right, we're going to download from iCloud. All right, so it's just signing into my account here. Agree. It's like 70-ish% charged. I can't see the actual percentage yet. I have to use the US mobile app to transfer my SIM, so I have to download all the apps before I can actually get my SIM transferred over. So just waiting on that. Got the notification that a new iPhone can access your account. Alright, we want everything. Alright, so we're just going through the wallet setup here real quick, and as soon as I'm done with that personal stuff, I will put it back on the screen. Like I said, I've got the MagSafe battery plugged in over here charging because I think it was completely dead. Alright, I'm just waiting for these cards to set up real quick. So did anybody get the iPhone 17, 17 Air, 17 Pro? Anybody pre-order and get theirs today? I have a lot of cards to skip through, and all right, we're going to use Apple Intelligence, even though it's not that intelligent. All right, so we're just going through the camera control. We want that on. I do actually use camera control time to time. Visual intelligence, we want that on. Man, it's hard to believe this. A lot of these features were coming out on the iPhone 16 with, like, you know, the camera control and everything like that. And we're already on to the 17. I'm going to mute real quick so this doesn't pick it up for you guys. All right, I just muted there for a second. That way I didn't set everybody's Siri off. Pre-order but got delayed to the first week of October. What'd you pre-order? Did you get our Pro Max? And I did put in, I put these ESR screen protectors in the description if anybody's looking. They make them for the iPhone Air, and of course they also make them for the iPhone 17, 17 Pro Max. They're really good screen protectors. They go on super easy. If you want to see me put it on, it's at the beginning of the stream. So while this restores from iCloud, I'm going to go ahead and link some of the other cases and accessories I got in the description as well. See, what else did I get? Got the speaking ultra hybrid. I thought I ordered two, but I don't think I ordered the other one. These aren't here yet, so I can't show them in the stream, but I'll do some videos when they get here. And then the OtterBox, ooh, did I just put the same? Yep. And I think it was the Defender Pro XT. Wait, did I order the wrong? Oh no, I think I ordered the wrong one. Ooh. Ordered the wrong. All right, test. My internet was having issues, so let me see if we're back. Okay, I think we are back. Let me know if you guys can hear me. YouTube says there's no data, but it looks like we are back live. So, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Internet just cut out, but it looks like we are working again. So, I'm gonna have to redo that whole thing that I just did because none of it's saved. But anyway, if you guys missed that, I ordered the wrong OtterBox case, so I have to reorder it. All right, so that one won't be here till next week, but that's not a huge deal. So I think we're still restoring from the backup here. We had the little internet issue there, so a little bit of a hiccup. I will redo the links here in a second. All right, for whatever reason, YouTube is showing that there is no data being streamed, but it looks like we are good. I can see the live view, so let me know if you guys can see everything. All right, looks like we have completed the restore. All right, so we're just waiting on our apps and data to download. And I'm going to get rid of the included apps that we don't need. I think that's set up about the same as my and then that widget up there is the YouTube widget. Just waiting on that to finish downloading. I think I need to input my Apple ID password. add this to, we'll add this to my AppleCare 1 plan. All right, so all my stuff showed up there in the battery widget. Let's put on we'll put on this real quick and see if it does anything now. There we go. And then I do believe you can, in Control Center, if we go to low power mode, I don't think I have the toggle for that, because I didn't have a MagSafe battery. Alright, so I believe if we hold this, yeah, so you can set it to charge past 90% with the MagSafe battery, and I believe if we take it off, I believe that option goes away. It does, so that is for the MagSafe battery. Let's try to pair my watch here. See if we can get that to transfer over. I'm just going to plug the MagSafe battery back in and charge it the rest of the way. Make sure watch is on your wrist and unlocked. It is. Alright, that didn't work. Let's see. Hold it closer. Let me turn off my other phone real quickly, see if that's why. Okay. For some reason it's not connecting to my watch to pair it, so I might have to reset the watch and do it over again. Alright, well, I'll deal with that in a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the watch off and back on. Restart it, see if that does anything, but we'll worry about that later on. Apps are downloading. Let me see if let's see here. Reconnect my other Wi-Fi network. US mobile app is still downloading, so I'll have to give that a minute. Log into my apps here. The old fun part is setting everything back up again. back into X. US Mobile has downloaded. Maybe. Nope, nope, it hasn't. I just prioritize the download, so hopefully it'll download faster. Weather unavailable. That should update here in a second. Looks like messages are still syncing. Alright, US Mobile has downloaded, so I can move my SIM over. And it's going to make me do two-step verification. And of course, I turned off my other phone. So give me a second for that. Let me turn my watch back on here and see if I can get that to pair. Alright, there we go. Two-step verification done. And two-factor authentication. Alright, we're in. So I'm going to go to my line. Change device. New device. iPhone Air. Confirm. Authorize transfer. Oh, might have to contact support. Let me see. You've reached the monthly limit. Please wait until your plan renews or contact customer support. My plan just renewed, so let me contact support, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. Guys, I'm gonna get this the rest of the way set up, get all my stuff working, get my number transferred and everything like that. And then of course we'll have some videos to come and some new accessories to take a look at here in the next few days when they come in. So thank you guys for watching. I'm Colin with Techout. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And as always,